All right, welcome back to day 2 of our 30-day side split challenge. Okay, so our first exercise today is going to be the world's greatest stretch. Okay, if you've ever trained with me, then you know what it is. You might not know the name of it, but we do this all the time. So one leg in front, like a lunge position, and your back leg is going to be straight. From here, we're just going to go down onto your elbow and then up. We're going to hold this stretch. We're keeping that back leg straight, really squeezing your glute as hard as you can. Let me do it on this side so you can see. So in this lunge position, back leg is straight. You're down on one elbow. You're going to reach up. Okay? This is really helping to open up your hips. So we're going to hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to come up, open up this hip, so push down, and then we're going to reach up again. Now, if you can't get your elbow down here to do it, if that's too intense, you can be up on your hand, that's no problem. So we're going to reach up, keeping that back leg nice and straight, really squeezing your glutes, really opening up that chest, and then we're going to drop down onto your elbow. And then reaching up, pushing this hip open. Okay, keeping that back leg nice and straight. You can also go down onto your knee if this is too intense. And then that is the world's greatest stretch. So let's do the other side. So the other leg this time. Forward, back leg nice and straight. Just going to start off in this position. Reaching up, holding, keeping that back leg nice and straight, all the way up, nice and tall. And we're going to go down, elbow down, open up this hip, reaching up, keeping that back leg nice and straight. So keeping nice and breathing, not holding your breath. Good, and then if you want to, you can go put that knee on, push that hip down a little bit more. This is going to be really good for your hip openers. Then we can go back to this one. Still the world's greatest stretch, just on one knee, so a modified version, pushing your hip open. So from this position, you're just pushing your hip open and reaching up. Cool. All right, so that was our world's greatest stretch. That was the first one for today. So the next one we're going to do hip circles. So let me adjust the camera. Okay, stretch number 2, we're going to be working on our hip circles. So I'm going to go nice and big circles, keeping those knees slightly bent, really opening up those hips, nice and big. So a couple more on this side, 2, last 1, and then we're going to go back the other way. Really, really forcing your hips to open. If there's any pain though, don't push through the pain on your hips. If it's just tension, really ease into it. You don't have to go as big as me, just go little small circles. Now you might be a little bit sore from yesterday. That is normal and okay. Okay, now we're going to do our next hip circle. So this time we're going to do the cam. So remember we did it yesterday, our little fake imaginary wall. So our hands up, nice bent knee. We're going to go up, over. So that was 1, up and over. Really opening up those hips, up and over. So it's 3, up, 4, and 5, and 6. Now remember, if you want to do this in our community, just head on over to the Online Kickboxing Academy link in the description of the video. It's a free kickboxing academy that's online at the moment, full of lots of cool members from all over the world, lots of experience, lots of new friends. Now we're going to go forwards. So we're going to go up and over, trying to keep your balance. up and over. My hips are a little sore from stretching yesterday as well. Like I said, I don't stretch every day these days, not static stretching anyway. Still train kickboxing at least 4 times a week, so that definitely helps with keeping the flexibility and mobility. All right, let's do 2 more on this side. 1 and 2. All right, now we're going to do the other leg. So nice strong balance, gripping the floor with my foot. Trying to do this with my foot, so I'm gripping the floor, engaging my glutes, lifting my knee up, over. This ankle has been so bad for a long time. Starting to flare up last week, just in time for my little 10K race that I signed up for. Doesn't that always happen? So I've been really resting it and stretching it. So just make sure when you are injured, you do give yourself time to recover. I know in your mind you want to train, I get it. But we got to take care of our bodies. It's the only one that we get. All right, let's do 2 more. Up and over, up and over. All right, let me go forwards again. So nice strong base, glute tight, gripping the floor with my feet, up and over, up and over. Okay, hands up, keeping your balance. Get used to having your hands up. It's not a bad habit to develop, especially if you're a fighter. Good, let's do 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and last one, 6. Perfect. All right, so now we're going to go into our frog rockers. I know that you love these so much. Such a deep stretch. Let me switch the camera. More. Okay, number 3, we got frog rockers, or frog rockers, that's what they're called. I never knew what they were called. So we're going to be in a super wide knees. Okay, this will get better the more you do it. It will improve a lot. So we're going to be down on our elbows, feet out so it look like a frog. And what we're going to do is we're going to push back. And we're going to hold. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to go forwards. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we go back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to go forwards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're going to go back. So remember, keeping your core engaged, not letting your back arch too much. 4, 5, 6, really driving. 7, and we're going to come forwards. 2, 3, keeping that core engaged. 4, you can keep your glutes engaged a little bit too, stops that lower back from arching. Last 1, we're going to go back, really driving it all the way back as far as you can go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, forwards. 2, 3, 4, really squeezing your glutes. 5, 6, 7, 8, go. 2 more, all the way back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, forwards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you enjoying it? 9. I'm back. Enjoy the pain. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whenever I used to complain about the pain, my coach would be telling me, pain is a sensation. Sensations are meant to be enjoyed. And I'd laugh. Oh yeah, okay. Now I say it to my students. Forwards. 3, 4. This is the last one. 5. Really squeeze. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. All right, feet in. Walk your hands back slow. Scoot those knees in. Woo! Frog rocks. Suck, but they're so good for you. Okay, next one, we're going to do straddle reaches. So we did a little bit of this yesterday too. So if your legs are a little stiff, shake them off. Okay, so we're in our straddling position. So remember, we're not trying to force ourselves to get into the side splits immediately. This is a progression course, progressive course, whatever you want to call it. But I like to push myself, so don't copy me. So I'm going to push my hips out. There we go. So this is a kind of a comfortable, uncomfortable position. So from here, we're going to do reaches. Now, another thing that my coach would tell me like 20 years ago, if you want to get into the splits, you got to practice every day. So I would get into the splits in front of the TV, and I would put like crisps or a cookie, and I'd put it just out of my reach. And I would slowly try and reach for it. It would be always out of my reach, but that's not the point. Always want to be reaching for a goal. Okay, as human beings, it's in our nature to always want to achieve something. If you don't have a goal, you're floating around the ocean with no paddle, right? And it causes anxiety and stress. So while I'm blabbering on like this, I hope that you're leaning forwards, really pushing those hip flexors, squeezing them really tight, and then relax. Okay, I'm going to scoot back because I don't know if you can see me. So with the side splits, it's not a passive stretch. It's very much an engaged, active stretch. So from here, I'm going to go forward. So I'm going to take a big breath in for 5 seconds. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to go forwards. And then we're going to breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold, relax. So when we breathe in, we're telling our body that we're okay because we're breathing. When we're breathing out, we're relaxing our muscles. And that's how we get better at stretching, right? So you breathe in for 5, out for 6 or 7. Okay, this is how we calm down our nervous system when we're stressed. So take a big breath in for at least 5 seconds, and you want to be breathing into your belly, expanding your belly, trying to fill up your legs with air. Okay, so we're going to breathe in and out and go forwards. And then hold. If it's too intense, just ease off just a little bit so you lose that little bit of intensity. I'm going to stay in this position. So, I'm not forcing it either. Just being relaxed and calm in this position, okay? I'm going to take a big breath in. And then breathe out and go forwards a little bit more. And then we're going to hold this position. I'm going to hold it for a few more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to ease off. Okay, and that is our straddle reach stretch. I'm not going to push it any more than that today. We're going to go into what's called a clamshell. So bring your legs back forward, shake them off a little bit. Do whatever you need to relax those legs. So next exercise is a clamshell. So we're just going to do the basic beginner version of a clamshell. So you want to be this position like this. So you're resting on your elbow. You can hold it like this, or like this, or like this. Now my knees are on top of each other stacked. What I'm going to do is keep my feet together and just raise my knee up. And then we're going to hold for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to go down. I'm squeezing my butt the whole time. And I'm not sticking my butt out. I'm not arching my back. I've got a pelvic tilt. And I'm squeezing. Okay, so we'll do it again for 5 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then down. We're going to do 6 of these. That was 2. So we're going to go up and squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, a version of this that you can do that's a progression is you can have a band. You can wrap a band around your knees, and that's going to make it much harder, but we're going to get to that. So remember, this is day 2. And then down. Don't let that back arch. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're working our glutes in this exercise. It's important to have strong glutes as a kickboxer. Very important for strong kicks, And definitely strong hips, okay? Your glute is the biggest muscle in your body, and it's right there attached to your hips. Squeeze, and then down. Okay, let's do the other side. So clams, clamshells, do them. They may look weird, but they're a really good exercise. Okay, so knees bent, pelvic tilt, up, squeeze for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm feeling this more in my quad on this one. I really want to engage my glutes. Go up, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. And slow up. And if you can't feel your glute, that's okay. It's gonna come in time. You might not be able to have that glute activation yet. 2, 3, 4, 5. And you might not have your knees in the right position. If they're too long like this, you won't be able to feel it. So have your knees on that angle. Up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really squeeze in. And then down. 2 more. Up, 2, 3, 4, 5. This leg is shaking when I'm doing this one. Weird. So we all have imbalances. This is why it's good to do single leg exercises where you focus on one leg and then the other. So you're not always doing squat exercises, so you never know if you have any imbalances. Okay, one more for luck. One more, because this is a dodgy side. 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. Yeah, I was making my foot cramp up. I did that in jiu-jitsu the other day. My foot totally cramped up. Okay, clamshells. Now, we're going to go back to our glute bridge, but we're going to do our holding this time, okay? So remember, just like last time, when we're doing our glute bridge, we want to make sure that our back is flat, so we have a pelvic tilt. So pelvic tilt is just lifting your hips up. So you're pulling them back, so you're pulling your belly button in towards the floor, okay? So I'll show you what I mean. So this is an arch, right? This is not a pelvic, this is an anterior pelvic tilt. Anterior? Yes. So you want to do a posterior. Okay, other way around. Anterior. So you want to flatten your back down to the mat. Okay, now from here I'm going to drive up through my heels, squeeze, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm going to go down, keeping that tilt. Okay, so I didn't do this. So tilt, up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just keep squeezing on the way down. Good, keeping that tilt. So I'm keeping my core engaged, keeping my back as engaged as I can, so it's not this. Tilt. So I'm going to go back up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, and then we're going to go down. Okay. Now, like I said, if it is hitting your quads more, bring your feet closer to your butt. Okay, then drive up, really engaging your butt as much as you can, keeping that back straight, and then down, controlled, and then tilt, so back flat, up, squeezing those glutes, 3, 4, 5. This is not a squeeze, you want to go up to full extension, and then down, so let's do 4 more, up, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, down, 3 more, 3, 2, 1, squeeze, 1 more, down, last 2, back straight, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, last one. So this is our strengthening part of the side split challenge. You got to have strong glutes to have strong hips. Last second, and down. So those are our glute bridge holds. Okay, next exercise, we're going to do a forward fold. Now, a forward fold, there's 2 different ways you can do it. I like the easier version, but we're going to do the hard version. But I'll show you both, only because I have to get up and change the camera. Okay, so from here, we're going to be like this. And we're going to let gravity do the work. Okay, it's okay if your back rounds, right? We're going to be doing a passive stretch. So you have your feet close together, and we're just going to lean forwards. I don't want you to try and reach your toes, all right? Put your hands on your shins, and we're just going to let gravity do the work here now. When we do yin yoga, this is a pose that will hold for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And as a kickboxer, we have all our rage. So this kind of yoga, yin yoga, where it's passive, is really good to help release the tension and the anger, help balance your yin and your yang. Okay? So we're going to hold this, not trying to stretch, very passive. My hands are up, kind of just letting my back relax, my legs relax, my feet relax. And we're just stretching out all the back of my hamstrings, my lower back. It is a good stretch. So you want to breathe in for 5 and then out for like 6 or 7 if you can, maybe 8. So we're going to go in. And out. And in. And out. One more time, in and out, in. And out. All right, now let me show you the next forward fold version. So I'm just gonna stand up and adjust the camera. All right, camera's fully adjusted. Now we're gonna do our forward fold here. So nice and relaxed. It's hard to do with my belt on, but we got this, we got this. Okay, so feet together. Trying to keep those legs nice and straight. I'm just hanging in this position. Yes, it's uncomfortable, I know. Your legs will probably want to do this. That's okay. Remember, we're not trying to force the stretch, we're just relaxing. Now, if you push your legs back like this, then you see this angle, we don't want to do that. We want to kind of have a straight angle and then just pulling yourself towards your knees and then just hanging. And just hold this stretch. Relax your neck. Practice your breathing that we just went over. So breathing in for a count of 5 or 6, and then breathing out, if you can, for a count of 8. And then just noticing where the tension is, and then just relaxing. And then slowly coming back up. Ugh. All right, and that was day 2 of our 30-day side split challenge. All right, so if you did like this, head on over to our community. It's an Online Kickboxing Academy. It's free to join. We have a bunch of information in there and our challenge. So you'll be able to communicate with all of our community members and interact and just meet a bunch of awesome people. All right, enjoy the rest of your day. See you tomorrow for day 3.